So you want to get exercise in, you have limited time, you're sick of tendonitis, and you're tired. Well, let me introduce you to this tiny little study that talks about eccentric strengthening. And here's the thing. I know it's not a huge study, it's not a meta-analysis, but listen, the science and the exercises they're showing you, it's really quite usable, and let me introduce you to this. So the effects of a daily home-based 5-minute eccentric exercise program on physical fitness, body composition, and health in sedentary individuals. A majority of Americans are sedentary, okay? So like half of you guys who even start a program will quit. So let's start with, hey, what are a couple exercises I could do daily? Because 5 minutes of exercise consistently is actually quite important. And this study looked at the effects of a 4-week home-based bodyweight exercise program that was eccentric, 5 minutes, and I will show you the exercises. What they did daily were 10 repetitions of a chair squat, chair recline, wall push-ups, and heel drops, and adding progressions to make it difficult if necessary. Here is the article if you want to take a screenshot so you can find it later. Remember, if you take a screenshot, you can copy and paste this. A review of adult physical activity in the U.S. reveals that only 30% of people meet the aerobic exercise guidelines, 10% met the muscle strengthening activity recommendations, and 40% failed to meet any guidelines. Moreover, approximately half of the individuals revert to physical inactivity or less active state within the first few months of even initiating an exercise routine. And the reason is a perceived lack of time is one of the most formally cited barriers to exercise participation because people think it needs to be 1 and 2 hours complete a day. You can start small. 5 minutes can make a difference, okay? I promise, even 5 minutes. Unlike traditional aerobic exercises that often require longer duration, resistance exercises like bands and weights, including minimal dose strategies such as single set resistance exercises or eccentric exercise approaches can provide significant health benefits with a shorter time commitment. What they're saying is when you're doing these hard things, you are actually making muscles grow. And yes, we do care about aerobic exercise, but if I am begging people to exercise, the eccentric and resistance training is the easier way to do this for less amount of time, most gains. Eccentric resistance exercise has been recognized as a potent method for enhancing muscle size and strength. It is also good for improving joint flexibility. I want you to be strong. I want you to be flexible. And eccentric exercises might be a way. And the lower perceived effort might make eccentric exercises more appealing and sustainable, particularly for individuals who are new to exercise or have struggled to maintain consistent physical activity. This reduced physical strain could help lower barriers to exercise adherence, making it easier for people to start and maintain a regular exercise routine, thereby promoting long-term engagement of physical activity.
Yes.
Previous research supports these beliefs, showing that even brief, time-efficient eccentric exercise interventions can lead to a substantial physical health improvement. Now, just so you know, if it's not dosed quite right, eccentric exercise can give you some delayed onset muscle soreness, but if you gradually bump it up, it won't happen. And here is a list, the table from the exercises that they gave for legs, chest, abdominals, calves, and 1, 2, 3 is easiest to most difficult. So for the legs, an example of the eccentric exercise would be a chair squat. If that is too easy, then you do a one-legged chair squat. If you do that and that's too easy, you do a pistol squat. And so here we are. These are the things that you can do. Please screenshot this, okay? They did 10 repetitions. And if the one exercise is too hard, you do the 2. If the 2 is too hard, you go back to 1. This is from a different article talking about this article, but I like the photos. Okay? Okay. Okay. And now that you know that, in conclusion, a 5-minute home-based eccentric strengthening exercise program performed for 4 weeks can improve muscle strength and flexibility. Now, everyone starts somewhere. Try it. Let me know what you think. Tag me if you do it. Love you. Bye.